ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pacing.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35.
A gain of 40.
A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. For Kenner here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off at the 16, and this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Wilson's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
I don't believe he can go forward, but I mean, you know, let's just see.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
10 at the 46-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man here is Gentry. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
36-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw here, that's complete.
He had it.
A solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And back to the ground, high. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He rifles one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, the process is interception.
D. Davis.
It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers.
If he was taller, he would have caught that.
Football.
He was just so short, bad, and can't do much. Man, he's just so short.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Holding. Guarantee it's all
And he's
call.
going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. That was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Kids.
One, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And all the way down to the 29. And a big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
24-yard line.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And 5.
Now high. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Wilson.
Good D.
That is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Cincinnati.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
He back.
Chewing up big
Oh, boy,
yardage.
back.
Nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Vikings.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wilson will throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's just a good pass. To be honest with you, that's just a good pass.
Extra point away from tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final.
If you were me, you'd throw this too.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
Bring it!
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot. As he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
It's crazy.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Take over at their own 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
Gotta respect my man. He's too fast. He's small, but that look, he fast.
You fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets it up past the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain.
Everybody, guys, in the middle of this D has got to be priority one.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not when he was open for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
This time he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come. To the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Benson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Checking the NFL scoreboard. They're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
That's a good pass. That's just a good pass.
And give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field with that drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's somebody out there. There going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 2.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. His throw is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's taken to the ground.
Face mask. Good call, Antoine. Good call on the corner blitz. Just face mask.
Into that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down.
Good catch.
In the end zone, touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
The score, Bengals 31, Vikings 24.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw for it on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back.
Above the 50. And it's less than 4th and 2.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Bengals triumph on a
had him open, hit the wrong button.
And that will force a
It's all
turnover
good.
on downs. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go play action now. Wilson on the move to his left. He finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hyde shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
13-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you want. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget.
And he's across for a touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Number 21, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll rifle this one deep right side. He's going to go down. His time is now run out on this game.
Man, I've seen that play.
Today's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cincinnati, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile,